National Appropriate Adult Network, a charity which helps ensure vulnerable people have assistance, is in our central London studio. Good morning to you. Why does this anomaly exist? Why are 17-year-olds treated as adults when they're arrested?
That's a very good question. I think it's historically, under the Police and Criminal Evidence Act, 17-year-olds were identified as adults, whereas under all other UK legislation, they're seen as children. The Ministry of Justice recognises their children. It's just the Home Office continues to treat them as adults when they're very vulnerable in police custody.
And what are some of the problems that this throws up, as you say, vulnerable 17-year-olds in police custody without the aid of their parents or guardians?
Well, the main problem is that their parents are not automatically informed that they're there, and so they don't get the support of their parents when they're in custody. They don't get the support of, if their parents aren't available, of an independent, a trained appropriate adult. That appropriate adult makes sure they helps them with communication, makes sure they're looked after in custody, and also makes sure that they take up their right to free legal representation, free legal advice. So they're very, very vulnerable, and they need that protection.
And I was staggered by the figures, Home Office figures I might add. Every year 75,000 17-year-olds are taken into custody and would go through this procedure.
Absolutely, it is absolutely horrifying, and something that the National Appropriate Adult Network and others have been campaigning about for a number of years. It's just tragic that it's taken the deaths of children to bring this to the attention, or to make the government hopefully take notice.
We know that the Lawson family, as we've been reporting, are heading to Downing Street this morning to deliver a petition to change the law. What do you think the chances are, the likelihood is of that happening?
I think there's a very good chance. As I say, all other parts of the government, the Ministry of Justice recognises that 17-year-olds are children, and the Home Office have said that the arguments are finely balanced. Hopefully, this petition, along with the judicial review, which is going on at the moment, will make them see sense and change their mind. It's not a major change to the law. It'd be perfectly possible to provide that support. All our members, National Appropriate Adult Network members, want to provide that support. It just needs a change in law to enable that to happen and to protect very vulnerable children in custody.
And you mentioned the judicial review, which is ongoing at the moment. Some of the lawyers involved in that are saying that the situation as it stands breaches obligations under international law to treat all those under 18 as children, as minors. So it seems that we might be breaching international law. Is that the correct situation?
That is their interpretation, which I understand and agree with. The UN Convention on the Rights of the Child says that people under the age of 18 are children and should be treated as children, have the protection that children need, and we certainly feel that they should have that protection.
The prognosis, if I might use that word, does look positive. Northern Ireland changed their law in 2009, so a precedent, if you like, has been set.
Yes, absolutely. I think there is a very good chance that it will change. But we need to keep the pressure up and make the government understand the consequences of not changing the legislation.
OK, Lis Pritchard, thank you very much for joining us and sharing your expertise.
Thank you very much.
Two pensioners